Ratoath National School celebrated their centenary at the end of May in 2011, and Telly.ie dropped along to see what was going on. So join us right here now on Telly.ie at the centenary celebrations.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things that you do, and in my head I paint a picture. Here we go. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Let me hear y'all, come on. Valerie, Valerie.
What's going on today, Joe, is the celebration of the centenary of the building of the original 1911 building here, which was a boys' school and a senior. There were two teachers in each school at the time. There were separate schools, separate for boys, separate for girls, and it's celebrating the development of education on this site over the last 100 years.
Maurice, you must have seen a lot of changes in your time. What's the biggest change you've noticed now since the school?
The biggest change would be the very rapid population growth throughout the 70s, when we were growing by the rate of 3 or 4 classes a year. The requirement then for the buildings to go with that, the acres of prefabs we had at one stage, the multinational mix we now have in the school, that's probably the biggest change of all we've seen in this parish.
How long are you at school, Mark?
37 years, Joe.
You have to go to jail, put your house on up for sale, did you get a good lawyer? Hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. Are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? Did you have to pay that fine? You was dodging all the time. Are you still dizzy? All together, here we go. Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over, stop making a fool out of me. Well, why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, Valerie. Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I'm looking across the water. Yeah, I think of all the things that you do, and in my head I paint it.
And Sean, you were principal down here.
I was.
Tell us, how long ago was that?
Many moons ago. I left in 74.
Okay. And from what time did you start at?
64.
64. Well, you've seen huge change. I was talking to Maurice about his changes. You must see massive changes.
Huge. Huge. We had a tiny little school there with 6 teachers in it and 4 permanent classrooms.
Okay.
Prefab, and there was a teacher teaching in the front hall.
Okay.
And
what was the population like? Where were the kids coming from? Were they only Ratoath?
Oh, just Ratoath. It was a country area, and there was no houses had been built. And I always expected that while Dunshaughlin and Ashburn would grow, that we were safe in Ratoath.
Yeah.
The building would pass us by, but it didn't happen.
Okay, so have you been back here since, or have you seen it since?
Oh, I have seen it, yeah.
And what do you think of the changes?
Fascinating, phenomenal, huge.
There must be very little to remember of years ago.
Very little, although it's an amazing number of past pupils I've seen.
Really?
Yeah.
You've seen some changes.
Yeah, I was at school here when Sean and Maureen were teaching here in Ratoath, and we had a 4-classroom school, and we now have 40 classrooms, so that's all the changes we've seen over the years. We've gone from 4 to 40, yeah. So Maureen left in 73, Sean Sean left in 74 and I left in 72. I was in 6th class in 72. So.
Okay.
So, and this is Morag and Niamh, and Morag is the principal teacher now in St. Paul's, and Niamh is a local councillor here.
You never went here. You never went.
I certainly did. I'm much younger than Mary Wallace now. I was here much later than Mary Wallace. Yes, I was here. I was here till I was in 3rd class.
Okay.
Never taught by my parents, thankfully, but
that's a good one. Yeah.
And my 2 older sisters. Everybody was here.
I left in senior infants.
Yeah.
You were here as well.
Yeah.
Senior infants.
So huge Ratoath connection with the McGills.
Dad and Mum left the brought the crew with them.
Yeah. Well, when Daddy left, we went to my mother's school then in Talon. So,
Okay.
And now, of course, Morag has St. Paul's, so as the principal, so
We'll carry the banner on.
I think she's too embarrassed. We need everybody standing up, okay? Now, do you all know this song? Ah, you do, don't you? You know it, okay? And does everybody know where their head is? And your shoulders and your knees and your toes? Yeah? Okay, here we go. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. That's absolutely fantastic. Now, it's very easy, so we're going to make it a little bit more difficult. Instead of saying head this time, we're going to go shh. Okay, so watch this. Shh. Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Shh. Shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears, and mouth and nose. Shh. Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Absolutely brilliant. Now, this time, guess what we're going to do? You know what we're going to do? We're going to say shh for our shoulders as well, okay? Here we go. Shh. Shh. Knees and toes, knees and toes. Knees and toes, and eyes and ears, and mouth and nose. Knees and toes, knees and toes. Big round of applause for the lads, aren't they great? My backing band. Now this time, this is the tricky one, because we're going to say shh for our knees. Okay, this is tricky. Here we go. And toes, and toes. And toes, and eyes and ears, and mouth and nose. And toes, and toes. Very good. Now this time's the really quiet time, because we're going to say shh for all 4, okay? I get a feeling I'm going to be very lonely in this one.
Dominic, tell us, how do you find today? How's it going for you?
I'm delighted to be here today at Ratoath School to celebrate 100 years of the school. I went to a small school myself, and I recognise how essential it is that the community becomes involved in the school and supports it. It was great to talk to not just current students, but also past students and teachers who've been serving the community here for many years. It's a very enjoyable day, and I'm glad that I was here.
One more time, we're going to put them all back in, and we're going to need you to sing so loud that they can hear you down in Ashbourne, okay? Can you do that? Really loud. Okay, here we go. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. I can't hear you! Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears, and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, Fair play, thank you. See ya.